Hello folks, here with Edward on his travels today here in Celery Flats, Portage, Michigan. Taking a look over here at the old grain elevator and concert stage. I talked a little about being here, meeting and listening to Bill Monroe years ago, right there. And he played for a couple of hours almost everything he knew, and there was fellas that brought their violins, of course they're known as fiddles, and their banjos here, and he invited them up on stage, just local people, a couple of young ladies, and they just went to town on a couple of his most famous songs, playing right with his band. And he signed everybody's instruments and shook tons of hands, parked his big old Silver Eagle right there. And they all came out, walked up this little sidewalk right there, up those stairs, up the steps and onto the stage, and this place was packed. But right behind me here is District Number 8 Schoolhouse, built in 1856. This is a fine example of Greek Revival architecture. The schoolhouse was relocated to the Celery Flats historical area in 1990. And beautifully restored. It is beautifully restored. The schoolhouse is owned and operated by the city of Portage. You want to take a look at it? How's this? There you go. It was relocated from an area not quite 3/4 of a mile from here. Pretty nice. Of course, out back there, we know what that is. We'll take a little walk up the hill here and take a look at the old farmhouse. I'll be right back. As you can see here behind the schoolhouse, there are two biffies. And in the day, and my mother used to teach in a one-room schoolhouse up in Manton, Michigan, kindergarten through 12th grade in one room. Okay? Back before World War II. And they had a couple of biffies. One was a little larger than the other. The larger one was for the children. The smaller one was for the teacher. Pretty cool, huh? Be right back. Okay, folks, located right here on this same property. Across the street here from the stopover point, Celery Flats and the Portage Bike Trail, is the Stuart Manor. Built in 1846 by William Welch. The oldest house in Portage was originally located on West Millam, a one-time residence of U.S. Senator Charles Stuart. The house is rumored to have been used for the Underground Railway. It's not just rumored, it's a fact. The unique example of four-square Greek Revival architecture. The house was relocated and restored in 1994. Of course, it's owned and operated by the city of Portage. The Stuart Manor garden, memorial benches and gardens. Of course, the home itself. Take a little look around here. I love these foundations. Now, we see that this is a field stone foundation. Some of those stones have been cut a bit, you can see. But what was taught to me many years ago was that in this area anyways, and I guess in this part of the country, you can sort out, as it were, a little bit of the age of a home by the foundation. And one gentleman told me if it was a stone foundation, like you see here, a field stone, you're looking pre-Civil War. And in some cases, of course, going back a little farther than that, but pre-Civil War in our area and so forth. if it had cut blocks, cut granite blocks, heavy blocks. It was a little newer than that, talking about Victorian era, until they got into the smaller cut blocks, Edwardian. And then they went into poured masonry, or actual cinder blocks, before the cement block, as it were. My home was built in the 1930s, and its foundation is cinder block. There's a small addition that was put onto my neighbor's. His home was built 2 years before mine, also cinder block foundation, and his addition has smooth cement block. It was built after World War II, the addition. And technology just kind of grew when you were talking about even big castles. The castle that was in my town in Friedberg, Germany, was made of mostly stone and cut stone. And it was built in the 1200s. So, but we know the year that this was built, and very nicely restored after moved and put back on its fieldstone foundation. It, of course, is a newer set. Here we go here with this part of the home. Pretty cool. See a table here, front window with a old chair and tablecloth, can of WD-40 down there. Wonder if they had that back in the day. Yeah, they had some kind of grease, probably bear grease, right? Up the front steps. So, thank you for being on this little tour here of this area with me tonight. Here's an hourglass. There's no sun, so I can't tell you exactly what time it is, nor what the barometric pressure is, but it's going down. We're going to get some more rain. Until then, have a great day. Thank you for watching.